Welcome to Art Speak with Kate. Today we're at Wache Friendship Centre in Courtenay. We are meeting with students who are involved in the new arts program called WAMM, Wache Aboriginal Multimedia. Students learn new trades, skills. They learn how to do graphics, communication, multimedia, video and film, and much more. What are you looking forward to doing now?
Video production. I think I would really like to be in video production.
How did you find out about this program?
I'm friends with Daryl that works here and a lot of the employees here, so they introduced it to me, and they know I'm interested in this kind of photography and video production.
What are you looking forward to doing now?
Screen printing and video work. Because video work, you get to work with the highly expensive cameras, and we get to work with this amazingly handsome man, Rob.
Rob Crowston has a tremendous amount of experience in film, and now he teaches at Wache.
When I came to the valley, I had family here, and one of the things I had come to understand about the Comox Valley was that there really isn't a central industry or a keepsake of employment. You know, there's not much going on. There's no logging, no mining, no fishing, not much construction. And because of my experience in multimedia, I knew that there was an opportunity in that, because it's very much an entrepreneurial kind of business, and frankly it's going to become more so.
You started last week. Mm-hmm. What have you learned this week?
Oh wow, so much, yeah. I really love it because it focuses on so much of it, not just camera work, which I'm interested in. So even if it's not exactly what I love doing, it's really good to learn. So I've learned, like sound engineering, which I didn't know even really existed until then. Screen printing, I love that. It's totally new for me.
I recognized within myself that I could do what I have been doing for a living anywhere on the planet. You know, poolside in Spain will work. You need a laptop, you need some creative juices, and you need to be able to connect to the net somehow. And with the experience of teaching broadcasting at BCIT and electronic music production at Langara, and then running multimedia, there was quite a lot that I could pass on, or I felt that I could pass on to young people that could set them on a path that said there are opportunities outside of those traditional employers. And this came to pass, and well, for me personally, this is a dream come true. It's a brilliant opportunity for young people, and of course it's hugely rewarding for me because I'm helping young people find a new path that they might not have in another way.
Latisha, new to the Valley, has done screen printing, but now she's learning to be a professional screen printer. Have you always been involved with art?
Just in high school. I really liked it in high school. And
what kind of things did you like doing in art in high school?
Just mostly like the painting and then making the masks and all that.
Most of these students have just graduated from school. They're fresh and new and learning new experiences. Screen printing is Andy McDougall's passion.
My personal philosophy of youth and art is that if we take a room full of kids that are 4 or 5 years old and you give them crayons, they all know what to do with it, they're not self-conscious about it, and they will draw and they will create. I think the schools do the best job they can. I know the high schools have good art, they have pretty good art courses and things like that, but we feel here, I've been in art most of my adult life, in art and graphics. And my personal belief, having worked in this and worked all over North America and Europe, there's an incredible amount of opportunity to work in media, print, art, graphics, video, all these things. There's an incredible amount of opportunity there, but I don't think a lot of today's kids know about these opportunities.
Today, Franco from Shaw is showing the students about lighting techniques for film. And you are going to see some of the clips that the students have prepared.
Yeah, it's just all been tasters so far, like we're just getting into it and kind of the explanations of everything, but now, since this week, we've really been getting hands-on.
As this technology becomes more and more democratic, we're going to start to see it infiltrate every aspect of our lives. And so, you know, right now you might see the occasional, you know, auto dealer saying, "Oh, we have a new car," but soon that's going to be every retailer in town telling their story about, you know, the thing that they do for a living. You know, whether if it's a paving company or a seamstress, there's an opportunity there for multimedia, which requires storytelling, storyboarding, you know, the operation of all of the equipment, and then ultimately the creation of some kind of audio, video, creative process.
And so one of the things that we try to do here is to get kids at all ages. We have them all the way from about age 5, 6 into the middle years and then the teen years, to get them inside of our studio here and show them all these things that are out in the world that have been designed or created by creative people. And encourage them, if they've got that spark within them that they want to make something, give them a chance to do it.
I look forward to seeing great programs in the future from these new students. For ArtsBeat, I am Kate Brown in the Comox Valley. In the next few months, you're going to see gumboots popping up all over the place. Just now, people are painting them. Children, seniors, artists are decorating gumboots. The gumboots are raising awareness about what the Comox Valley Arts Council does and their plans for the future to get involved as a thriving art community in the Comox Valley. This is a call for participants. Make a splash. Help kick off the Comox Valley Community Arts 50th year fundraising funds for our Arts Council. Also, be an art sustainer. Join our monthly donor program for just $7 a month. Art education in the Comox Valley. So much is happening at North Island College, and Angela Somerset is going to tell us about the foundation course for first and second year students who will then graduate to go on to art schools throughout Canada. So Angela, tell us about this course.
We're in the sculpture studio at North Island College, and what you see around you is the work of the second year sculpture students, sculpture and integrated practice. So they have an opportunity to work with casting materials, they work with wood, they work with metal, and they work with experimental materials as well in creating these projects. Cassidy does a project with fiber art and metal, and it's the first time that she's done sculpture.
Have you always been involved in art? At school, or?
Always interested in the arts. Since I could crawl and since I could hold a pencil, I've been definitely interested in the arts, and all throughout high school into the arts programs, and always flipping back and forth between mediums. So that's kind of where sculpture is a nice area for me to practice.
So you've been working on a sculpture here. Can you tell us about it?
Well, before I came here, I had never welded a day in my life, and learning while building is kind of a bit of a challenge sometimes, but it's been so exciting with the support of our teacher Angela and our technician Jeff helping us every step of the way, and actually being able to bring it to fruition is really something special.
So this is something which is an idea in your head, and then you've learned techniques and it's all become a form. And there's some tricky welding pieces here as well.
A little math involved, which maybe might not have been my favorite part. But
Yeah, so the students have a first year course, Fin 130, which is materials and form. And then they move on to second term. And then in second year, they have an opportunity to really explore more deeply the work in metal, work in fiber, and more complex casting processes.
I'm doing some forging today, finishing up some of the metal projects that we were working on last semester. I've been working on my casting project, but it takes some time for things to cure, so now I have some time to finish up the other projects I've been working on. This is about my 4th year taking classes at North Island College, and my first class was just going into the ceramics department and taking that round of classes. So my focus is to be, and my goal is to be at this point a professional potter. But this sculpture course gives me opportunity to work on a whole bunch of other skills that I wouldn't normally get that are still relevant. Knowing how to do some woodworking and some metalworking and some forging really can make a difference for things like kiln building. And it also gives me a whole range of other, a different lens to look at what I do.
Theo has come all the way from Alberta, especially for this course at North Island College, and is learning about industrial design.
I came here originally applying to Emily Carr in Vancouver, and they have a bridge program with this school, so I came out here to do the diploma program and just experiment with learning to use these different mediums, and eventually want to transfer over there. But the program here is awesome. Like, it's small classes, so it's a lot more hands-on with the teachers and more engaging. You don't really like fall into the crowd, kinda.
And you've got a lot of equipment to use.
Yeah, that's another thing too. There's tons of free time to come by, and it's not always packed in here.
And you're wanting to do industrial design.
Yeah, I'd like to. I don't even really have a set path with that. Like, I do carpentry, like just woodworking. So coming here and getting to explore with all the other mediums is the experience I'm looking for. Like, just to explore and try out different mediums, and yeah.
So tell us about Ken here.
Ken here. Well, we were to take objects, kind of an everyday object, and cast it repeatedly with slip, which is like liquid clay. So then, as we're working with these altered variations, and as we're going through the process, they're all going to take on their own forms, and different things are going to happen as we stick them in the firing kiln, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see the way we integrate them all together.
So how many Kens are you going to make?
That is a question I had not considered yet. Probably upwards of a dozen.
Samantha has taken many courses at North Island College. At first she was interested in ceramics, and now she has a new passion for welding. So Samantha, this is an amazing piece of welding that you've done. And it's a flowing sculpture. Can you tell us about it?
Well, I was trying to think of how to make metal into more fluid movement. So I was looking into what a water drop moves like inside of a drop. And then I did my sketches, and this is my first one. So I've never made anything move. It's kind of difficult. But yeah, it actually moves, and it's kind of representing inside the way that it goes down and up and around.
It's got a lovely form and a flow to it. So you've taken nature and you've looked at it closely in a scientific way.
It's really important that the students have a good portfolio. Because it's a 2-year diploma program, the hope for many students is that they will articulate with other major universities and be able to go on to do their degree, either in fine arts or in industrial design or in another kind of art-related practice.
This diploma course at North Island College is the foundation of all art. It's a foundation of fine art and trades art. It's where students find their passion. And this is the passion that will lead them to all places in the world. In the Comox Valley, I am Kate Brown.